What's going on, fellow path seekers? This is Runt. He was a version 2 JLU Scx24 that I purchased on eBay, broken. He was covered in spider webs. And I have kind of turned him into a budget build, kind of by accident and kind of with a bunch of spare parts that I had laying around. And he crawls really good. Let's drive, and I'll tell you what I've done to him so you can kind of recreate this if you want to. So, first of all, on the front, we actually have a winch. This is made from a badge retractor that I bought off of Amazon. There's a whole video on my channel on how to do this. You know where to go if you want to find that. Next thing he has ProMine Mickey Thompson Baja Pro X tires and the stock rims that they come with. Not the stock rims to the Scx24, but the rims that come with the tires. And a lot of people kind of knock them, but I actually really like running these rims because they're very light. I actually I have the plastic rims, the plastic inner rings in the rear, and I actually have a set of aluminum Endura front rings because I was trying to add a little bit more front weight. I don't think it's really helping a whole lot, but they are in there just so you know. The rims are vented. I drilled holes in them and it vents the air out just fine. And then I have Endura yellow silicone inserts in the front. That adds a bunch of front weight, and it helps with not letting the tire deform so much when you're turning tightly. Come on now. In the rear, I have a set of cut foams, which let it squish a little bit more than stock. For axles, I'm running Endura Planet axles. I love these axles. They have stock gears, no overdrive on them, but you don't really need them. As I say that, a little more turning speed might help. Come on. Here it is. And they allow you to turn 52 degrees, which is fantastic. They're also tougher, so they can handle a lot more abuse. They're aluminum, so they add some weight down low. I just love these axles, guys. The steering linkage is a beautiful setup. And look at it handling here. So, while we're flexing there, you'll notice the flex going on. I have stock shocks mounted to the stock positions in the front. On the rear, I have mounted the shocks, the stock ones, to the frame and added these little flex extensions. Again, a video on how to make them on the channel. You can make them for free out of a piece of plastic. This lets it travel much further but maintains stock ride height. For a motor, I have a Little Guy Racing Parts Reaper 66-turn motor. That, with the version 2 ESC, which isn't stock to the truck, but it's a version 2, makes it crawl very slow and controlled. And it has lots of power. Because the rig is super light, it has no problem pushing it. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I did trim the fenders. A Dremel tool is the way to do that. Just get a Dremel tool, that's what you need. You could do it, if you're in a pinch and you're doing it on a real budget, you don't have that tool yet, just get a piece of sandpaper, you can do it. I think it's just going to take you a lot longer. If you use a knife, it's really easy to cut too far. If you use scissors, it's really hard to cut the curves. You could get it close with a knife or scissors and then use sandpaper afterwards. And that's pretty much it. Oh, I will say, to keep these shocks working right, I have some hair elastics. My little sister would call them hair pretties. And I looped it around the fake reservoirs on those shocks, and then tied them up to the bumper. That just makes sure that they always pull back and settle back down the way they're supposed to. This would be better if I had long travel shocks and probably limiting straps front and rear, but I'm on a budget, and so I was able to do this for free with stuff I had laying around the house, and it gives me a tremendous amount of flex that I really like. I think this build looks very scale, and it's really not that expensive as far as, you know, some of my other builds have gone. I really love the addition of the winch on the front. Ooh, this one always catches the rear tire and you have to back up. I really love the addition of the winch on the front because it means you can get out of problems in a scale manner rather than just having to resort to the hand of God. And of course, I have a little sticker on the back because I named him Runt, like the candies. Look at it just go up that. The traction, the low-speed crawl, the width and stability, the tractor driving by. Oh, it's not a tractor, that's a truck. Sorry. And the ability to turn super tight and maneuver myself in tight canyons. I love it. This build is just right. It's kind of a Goldilocks. These are 57mm tires, and so because we have that, and we have the bumpers, and the wheels stay within the frame, or within the body, I think this would be a really good Class 1. Not that I can go to a competition because there are no competitions in my area, unfortunately. Get up there. Yeah. If you want to see the video of me building the crawling course that we're driving on, you know where to go if you want to find that. You're smart enough to figure that out. I'm not going to tell you how. If you like this video, there's a way to tell YouTube that you like it. But I'm not going to tell you how to like it because you're going to have to figure it out on your own. And if you want one of these, you're going to have to assemble it yourself. It's not that hard. What are we hung up on? A diff under there? A little bit of, we got wheel speed we need. Well, I'm also running an EcoPower 400 mAh battery. I run those in almost everything. I love them. Not saying they're the greatest ever, but I just like them. Oops. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, remember to pull a winch line for your buddy, stay safe, and stick to the old paths. Something I forgot to mention, because I have that winch glued to the ESC tray, the ESC is just kind of bouncing around up in there, which is kind of annoying. But I probably should do something about it and manage the wires. Oh my goodness.